heard the saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But what exactly did the Romans do? Rome is one of, if not the most influential Western civilizations of all time, and has a deeply interesting history, architecture, and culture. Rome is one of the most important and enticing cities in the world, with one of the most complex and nuanced histories. Ancient Rome is also well known for its culture. Roman culture spread all over the Mediterranean as the Roman Empire grew larger and larger. Lastly, ancient Rome is renowned for its intricate and beautiful architecture, from structures still known today such as the Pantheon and Colosseum to some of the best and most forward-thinking city planning of any ancient civilization. One may wonder how learning about a civilization that existed thousands of years ago could benefit them today. However, ancient Rome has been a progenitor to Western philosophy and political thought as we know it today. Without the existence of ancient Rome, the world would be a very different place, and especially America, considering our founding fathers took much inspiration from civilizations such as Rome. It would almost be unrecognizable. To begin with the history of ancient Rome can be split up into three distinct time categories. The first would be the regal time period, stretching from 753 BC to 510 BC. The founding of Rome comes in a myth, the myth of Romulus and Remus. Romulus and Remus were twin brothers who were raised by a she-wolf, and Romulus, in a dispute, killed his brother Remus to then found the city of Rome, which he named after himself. Romulus then went on to be the first king of Rome. He was then preceded by 6 other kings: Numa Pompilius, Tullus Hostilius, Ancus Marcius, Tarquinius Priscus, Servius Tullius, and Tarquinius Superbus. The next era was the Republican era, stretching from 509 BC to 29 BC. This era, the government was ruled by the 2 council members, which were elected representatives, but which were also kept in check by Senate members. There could be 300 to 500 Senate members. A famous senator was Julius Caesar. The motto of this time was SPQR, and this stood for Senatus Populusque Romanus, and in English this is translated to the Senate and the Roman people, which perfectly captures the zeitgeist of that era. The next period is the Imperial, stretching from 27 BC to 476 AD. The first emperor was Octavian. He brought in the Pax Romana. This was the Roman peace where Rome was thriving and the empire was growing larger and larger. The empire kept growing largely by slow and steadily annexing, which led to the domination of the Italian peninsula and the whole Mediterranean. The decline of the Roman Empire was caused by 3 main factors: political corruption among emperors and council members, class strife between lower and higher classes, and outward attacks on the Empire of Rome, such as the barbarian sack of Rome. One of the main things that Romans would do in this time was go see gladiator matches. Gladiator matches were a common form of entertainment in ancient Rome, and were seen similarly to how we would see a sporting event nowadays. They were often gruesome and gory matches to the death between people and sometimes animals such as lions and bears. Another more tame form of entertainment for the ancient Romans was theater. Theater was a very integral part of Roman culture. Ancient Romans built elaborate outdoor theaters with astounding acoustics. Romans would go to watch tragedies such as Fabulae Crepidate, which was a Roman tragedy starring Greek characters, or a Roman comedy such as Fabula Togata. One of the main differences between comedies and tragedies of this time is their inclusion or exclusion of a chorus. Now, of course, since ancient Rome was so large and it spanned such a large area, it was an amalgamation of many different cultures. Many describe it as very eclectic. Ancient Roman architecture has been revered and is still revered to this day. One of the most interesting and well-known parts of Roman architecture are the columns. There are 3 main columns: the Doric, the Ionic, and the Corinthian. The Ionic was used for more academic settings, such as schools and libraries. The Doric was used to carry heavier weights and was seen as a stronger column, while the Corinthian was used more ornately and did not hold up much weight. The Greeks definitely inspired Roman architecture and plays, and you can see a large influence on that. The Greeks inspired the Romans more than any other culture did. Now, aside from ornateness and structural, we also have infrastructure. The ancient Roman infrastructure was astounding for the time, with inventions such as the aqueducts, which allowed public access to clean water and Roman bathhouses, and better public health, to public roads, which helped spread ideas but were made originally for the army. These roadways spanned 50,000 miles. Now, of course, I would never leave out the famous Roman buildings, such as the Pantheon. The Pantheon is a former Roman temple commissioned by Marcus Agrippa during the reign of Augustus. And the Colosseum. The Colosseum is an amphitheater where gladiators battled against each other and in some cases against wild animals. Often naval battles would be reenacted in the Colosseum as well. Ancient Rome has been revered for its excellent architecture, from some of the most masterfully engineered structures such as aqueducts that provided water to thousands, to the plays of playwrights such as Titus Quinctius. Ancient Roman history is so intricate and at times convoluted that some academics have dedicated their lives to studying and learning more about the kings, tyrants, and councils that governed ancient Rome. And lastly, Rome is known for its amazing culture that has been curated through the conquering of thousands of different subcultures that amalgamated into what we know as ancient Roman culture. Now, after learning more about ancient Rome, one can truly appreciate the beauty and eclectic culture that the ancient civilization had. Ancient Rome has been a place of myth and enticement for many who have visited or even learned about the mysterious civilization. Ancient Rome was truly one of the first civilizations to step into the future of human thought, engineering, and politics. Thank you for your time.